Okay, kids, we're back on the scene here. Blasted until I was out of sand and out of weather. Ugh. So I'm trying to hurry up, and I'm doing a real crude job on it right now, but I'm using Chassis Saver. And the silver aluminum is a heavy build. And I use it to seal, and then it fills pits and stuff. This does have some pitting on it from the salt. I did find a crack. I'm gonna have to address that. So the weather's gonna shut me down for a few days. I've got all the other hardware is in the shop. This I've got the Chassis Saver on it just to seal it off for now, and then I'll have to get back on it once the weather allows. But unfortunately, 3 days, well actually 5 days, I think, are forecast for rain, so that is going to put a hurting on me. So anyway, let's get over here and talk to you. So this project started off with, as I told you, I told you that, didn't I? A little bucking reference there. Started out with the rear rollers and the sprockets is what we were going to change on it. And as I got in here and found how rusty it really was, and then I got in, the little throttle pedal broke on us this past summer, sorry, and that needed to be replaced. So I got to digging in there, and rusty fasteners, you name it. The foot plate that's underneath the bottom of the cab sits on a foot plate, and then you can see the opening in that. Right up here is where the throttle pedal goes through, and that plate was in really rough shape. It's only been in assault maybe 2 seasons, and we rinse it off pretty thoroughly after we use it and stuff, but I think a lot of it has to do with the powder coat. It wasn't all sealed up because it had chips from previous operator. I think it was in maybe probably like a concrete plant or something like that, and so lots of chips and stuff. So a little bit of rust. Once that rust starts, it just bleeds underneath that powder coat, and then once we started using it in the salt a little bit, well, then it just goes like wildfire. So I'm trying to, as I sandblast, I'm chasing it back to clean steel, and then hopefully we can stop there. Then I'm going to try to feather it and fill it and see. I don't want to completely strip it. Do not have that kind of time to commit to this project, especially since we're knocking on April pretty hard here, and that's when we launch. So I have probably a day's worth of work to do in the shop on some of it. Unfortunately, it is torn apart outside. Our loader will lift it, however, I can't lift it and put it in the shop. I could figure out a way to set it on something and roll it in, but I'm not thinking I'm going to do that. So if it looks like the weather's going to shut us down for another week, then I will come to plan B, and we will figure out a way to get it inside. But anyway, so that's your update for now. That's how far I got today. The previous video was from today, just before I started on this, so probably taking it noon or 11 a.m. our time. So now it is about 6 p.m. our time. Probably 15 bags of sand through the blaster. My nozzle was getting worn out, so about halfway through that I switched the nozzle on it, and then that slowed down our consumption quite a bit. So you get busy and you're not really paying attention. It's a pretty good sized pot that I use. Pangborn. It's an older unit. I don't know if I'm getting it in the frame or not. I guess I could look back. Hey, I can look at this side of the camera. So that's what I'm using for a blaster. And for a nozzle, so I got 3/4 hose, and then the nozzle is actually confession time. It's an old axle bushing from a walk behind lawnmower. So I've got a bunch of those that I've taken out over the years, and they hold up really well. They're hard, and so you can probably go through 30 bags before it starts to open up. So they work pretty good. So Mr. Low Budget here. All right, so that's where we're at for now, and I got to get back to paint before we start getting some moisture on this thing. So all right, blessings all. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.